Hello everybody. Hey Donkey Hopper, thanks for the follow. I saw that earlier. I hope you guys are doing well and I hope the audio is coming through nice and strong. And we have some music. Let me know if the music is too loud or not. So if anyone is watching on YouTube, I am streaming on Twitch. So I won't be able to see the YouTube chat. So just join us here on Twitch. You'll see a link to the Twitch channel in the description. Hey Donkey Hopper, yo, loving the past streams, man. Awesome, thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for the follow and let's see how it goes. So today we're just gonna build something very simple, or maybe try and build something very simple. So I've got this little a little reference that I downloaded just now from the Blizzard website, which is just like a little altar that they used in Diablo, or I think it wasn't probably maybe used in Diablo. It was what do you call it, like concept art. So yeah, I found it on the Blizzard site and it's very simple, very basic stuff. So before we jump into Blender, I just want to check something quickly, see what is happening here on the stream settings. So just give me a second. I will be going into Blender very soon. I just want to check something quickly here on YouTube. So this is very confusing. Okay. That's cool, that's all good, and that is coming through. Let me just see if everything is kind of working. I think so. I don't know what's happening over there, but yeah, let me not worry too much about that. So yeah, how many people do we have in here? I think only 2 people so far. It says 2, but it shows 3, so I am not sure what is going on. But I think let's jump into Blender and have a look at what we are going to do. So it's very simple stuff, so I'm not very advanced when it comes to modeling. I enjoy doing some simple modeling stuff. I do like doing visual effects stuff. I do a lot of like object tracking and camera tracking and all of those things, but today we are just going to do some nice modeling. Let me just save this project quickly before we start. It's Twitch 06. This is my number 6 stream on Twitch. Alrighty then. So what I usually do is I right click here in the corner and I go horizontal split, and then I change this window to a image editor, and then I load my reference in here. So this is the little image that we have. Very basic. So you see it's like a little altar, kinda low poly-ish. And yeah, I was kind of just in the mood to build something like this. So super easy. Will probably just be a lot of cubes. And I don't know. Let's see how it goes. I should have just double check if everything's coming through. Yeah, you guys can see the reference. Okay, so let's begin. So I think we're gonna start with a cube, and I'll probably create this using like multiple cubes. And I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it and see how we go. So first of all, I think let's start with a base. So this area around here, all the way to this side, and then to the back. We'll probably create that back section as a separate model. So for now, we're just kind of focusing on this base thing here. I can probably do this in mirror mode, but I'm not going to, because I don't want to make it exactly the same on both sides, because it's obviously kind of broken stones that they use to build this thing. So yeah, I'm not gonna mirror it. I'm just gonna see if we can kind of do it like that. Yeah, where you from, Donkey Hopper? I'm in Cape Town. And yeah, again, if anyone's watching on YouTube, follow the link in the description, because I'm gonna start only streaming on Twitch. So yeah, come and follow me here. Cool. Welcome to the new viewers. We have 2 new viewers.
Master, we have a visitor.
Welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's doing well. We are just building some very basic things here in Blender. I have a tiny bit of experience in Maya. And oh, you're from India. Cool. Welcome. So I've used Maya quite a bit. Before I jumped over to Blender, I used Maya for probably about 2-3 years. And before that, I used a lot of Cinema 4D, and I used Modo, and I used 3ds Max. But I kind of moved over last year, beginning of 2020, I moved over to Blender, and not looking back at all, because now I can actually do all my work inside of one program. I can do all my 3D tracking, because I used to use something called PF Track to do camera tracking and object tracking, which is a great software, but I can now do everything inside of Blender without leaving Blender. So that's amazing. I still use After Effects, because I composite all my things using After Effects, and I know you can composite in Blender as well, but I'm used to After Effects. And yeah, so I just really enjoy Blender because I can do everything in here and my 3D tracking, and I don't have to worry about like my frame rates and if it begins on frame 1 or frame 0. I'm sure if anyone has done some 3D tracking in the past, you will know the headaches that go with that when you are moving between applications, because you need to make sure that everything is exactly the same and your focal point or your focal length on your camera is the same and all of that. But anyway, I'm talking way too much. I think let's jump into Blender and start working. So as you can see, I've got a reference here on the side, and I'm just gonna move this top face down to kind of get the height that we are going for here. And we are starting with a very, very simple base for this area. So I just want to set my pivot to the center quickly. So I'm just right clicking and setting origin to geometry. And then what I want to do, I'm going to go into edit mode, and this top face, I just want to scale it down slightly so we kind of get this slope. So as you can see there, it's not perfectly like straight up, if that makes any sense. So let us see. So we have that, and I'm not sure if this is big enough. So it's 2 meters across. This is obviously 1 meter per little block or square or grid unit. Yeah, so maybe we can make it a bit bigger, but I don't think we have to. I think this 2 meter thing is actually fine. We can always scale it up later if we need to. So first of all, I'm gonna add some See, I'm now wondering if we should maybe not do this as one big section, and maybe scale this to 2 little sections on the side. But maybe let's not worry about that too much now. So I'm going to add 2 loop cuts like so. And yeah, sorry, I'm starting a bit slow. I'm just kind of trying to figure out the best way to start this. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. Because obviously you can do this like little cube by cube by cube by cube and kind of just build it like that. Or you can start with 1 cube and then kind of extrude everything together and do it like that. So maybe I need to think about this quickly. I'm going to undo this scaling of this face. I think we need to do that later, because doing that right now might cause some issues when we're doing extruding and insets and all of that. So I'm not gonna do that right now. But then let me just apply this scale again. I think I undid that. So what I want to do is I want to create 2 loop cuts, something like like that. So we have this middle section that we can work with, and then we can probably take this face, and then if we extrude this, we're gonna have some problems there, so we're not gonna do that. So I'm gonna take this face and maybe just move it in, but then we're gonna get that, so that's also not a good thing to do. So let me just see what we are going to do here. So I'm gonna put a loop cut right here in front. This is for this section right here, and maybe one behind it like that. And then we have enough space for the back of this thing. Alrighty then. So we need to get rid of this section here. Maybe we can just delete these faces. Whoops, delete faces. And then I'm just going to kind of reconnect these edges using F to just fill them in. So now we have this little cut out here that we can use for this other thing that comes in here in the center. So I think that should be good. What we can do is maybe just move these down slightly. So I'm just going to GZ them, kind of move them down like that. And let's see how many loop cuts we still need. Okay, so we have this loop cut right here. We maybe need one on this side, so we can extrude something here, and then maybe one here in front. Just kind of, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. So it's obviously not going to be exactly the same, but let's try and see how close we can get this thing. So maybe this loop cut, whoops. So this loop cut, I'm just going to GG and slide it over to the side a bit. And maybe the same with this one. GG, slide it over to the side. Because then we can probably use these faces to extrude this little stone right here. So I'm going to inset these first, something like that, and then I'm just going to extrude them up, so not too high. We are looking at this little rock or stone on either side. And then for the main altar, we will probably use this thing to extrude. So I don't think we'll have to inset this. Maybe we can do a slight inset. So I'm just going to do I, and then slowly just pull that back, and then I'm going to extrude that so it's slightly higher than these. Right, so now we can extrude this again. So I'm creating this table platform.
Master, we have a visitor.
Welcome, new visitor. How are you doing today? Hope you are doing very well. Siniska, how are you doing? I see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well today. I'm back. I am back. So yeah, if anyone's watching on YouTube, come over to Twitch, follow the link in the description. It's so much better, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna create this little table section. So I'm just gonna extrude this and then scale it out. So just kind of to get that table thing going, and then we're gonna extrude this out. So maybe about this high. And yeah, let's see what else we can do here. So this front section that comes out, let me do that quick. So I was thinking of adding a loop cut. Yeah, let's do a loop cut right here in the middle. And then maybe do 2 loop cuts across this section. Maybe let's do 3. Because then I can use maybe these 2 faces. Let me just think about this quickly. So maybe I can extrude these 2. See, now this front section is looking way too much or too far out. All right, it's not going to be exactly the same. That's what we used to. So I'm just going to move this thing out, maybe like that, and then move these, or extrude these 2 faces upwards, like so. By the way, if anyone wants a Udemy coupon, free Udemy coupon to my Blender course, let me know. I think I have 10 coupons that I can give away. That's valid only until tomorrow. So you have to use the coupon, and then use the coupon before tomorrow, and then you will have access to the course forever for free. Yeah, so let me know. And what else am I doing? Sorry, let me just see what is going on here. Okay, cool. So we've got this front section. So all I want to do here is I want to take these 2 edges and kind of just drag them down, so we get that little section here. And I know this is not looking the same, but let me see if we can maybe, if I take these 2 faces and just grow that selection by using Control plus. No, that's not gonna work. And
Master, we have a visitor.
We have a new visitor. Thank you for joining. Hope you're doing well. We are playing some Blender. So we are busy trying to model this little altar from Diablo, or it's like concept art from Diablo that I found on the Blizzard site. Maybe I can share the I don't have that link anymore. Blizzard, let me just see. Blizzard, I don't know. I can probably find it, but I'm not gonna worry about it too much now. Alrighty then, so we've got this little section in front. So now we need to figure out what we're gonna do to make this better. So I'm gonna take these 2 edges and kind of just move them back, so we have a little bit of slanting going on there. Slanting, is that even a word? Okay, so that's fine. And then we can use probably this face. I'm looking at this section right here. So we can probably extrude that a bit, and then the same on this side. Yeah, so let's extrude. No, let me just undo that quickly. So we need to take these faces. Yeah, I shouldn't have insetted that face, but it's fine. I think we can extrude this. Yeah, but then we're also gonna have some craziness there. So maybe let's not do that. I'm gonna do another loop cut around here and another loop cut around here. So then we should be able, let me just see. Okay, so this line is obviously now not straight. So let me just straighten that out quickly. So I'm going to take, so that's in the Y. So sorry, I'm just going to do it the long way. So I'm going to copy the Y value of this vertex and then just paste it here and paste it here and paste it here. I'm sure there's a much easier way of doing this, but now we know that one is straight. And the same with this one. So I'm going to copy this Y value and then just paste it along all of these vertices like so, and one more there. Alrighty then, what's going on here? So I'm going to take those two faces and these two faces, and I'm going to extrude them just slightly because we just want that that little step there. So extrude them like this. And then I'm going to extrude these sides going out so we get this little thingy going out of the sides. So now I can't just do a E, I need to extrude along the normals. So I'm going to do Alt E and then extrude along normals. And then you can kind of just push it out so we get that bit of overlap right here. Okay, so we have the basic, we have this front thing, we have these two stones here on the front, we have the table coming up. That is looking cool. And then here at the back we have something like kind of sticking into this one. So maybe let's just see what we're going to do here. So I can probably do a loop cut right through this thing. No, I don't want to do that. Undo. So maybe see, because it's going kind of inside that other one, it's a bit trickier. We can obviously always create it with a separate object and then kind of just place it there, but I want to see if we can not extrude something here. So if we do a loop cut, maybe here, and then do a loop cut right here and a loop cut right here, then I can take these two faces that's kind of behind that one, and we're gonna extrude them out. So that's that little tower sticking out here. We're gonna add the detail later on, like the actual brick lines, etc. And we're gonna see how that goes. So, welcome to everybody in the chat. Hope everyone is having a nice relaxing Sunday. I'm having a nice relaxing Sunday this side. Yeah, not doing much. I'll probably do a stream later tonight as well, but I kind of just thought I want to do a quick afternoon stream. Alright, what's everyone up to? Is anyone following along or not really? Just kind of chilling. So let's just do a save. And okay, so we need to kind of start working on that back thing. So I'm going to do another loop cut around here, and I'm going to use this as the base of the back thing. So I'm going to select all of those faces going all the way through to the edge or to the side. And maybe what we can do is we can first extrude these two to kind of get a bit of a side going. So Alt E to extrude along normals. I'm just going to pull that out like so. And then I'm going to select all of these faces and see if we can just pull that out. Right. So yeah, I'm just going to extrude this and see what we get. So just those ones. I'm going to extrude them to just above kind of the table area. Like so. And then we need to extrude the middle section, so that will probably be from here to around here. So that's that section. So we're going to extrude that to around maybe like so. And then I want to extrude these two side faces, so also Alt E along normals, bring them out. So that's probably this area here. And yeah, so we kind of have the basic shape. Now we need to start working. All right, so let me just see. Okay, so right here at the back, I'm gonna start with this thing and see what we can do here. So I'm just gonna do a little loop cut here on the edge again, and I'm looking at these faces right around this area for that brick, and I'm looking at these two on this side. So I'm just kind of thinking, what is the best way to do this? Because if we extrude along normals, we can probably create some bricks this way. So I'm going to make this one a little smaller. Okie dokie. And then the next one, we can probably take those faces, and then we're going to extrude them in as well. Whoops, not like that. So I'm going to do normals again. So we can probably see now this is going to cause some issues, because yeah, that's going to cause issues. It's always interesting doing bricks like this, because you can't just extrude, because it's going to cause some issues. So let's see what we're going to do right here in the middle. So I'm looking at this middle brick. I'm just going to add another loop cut right here and here, so we can use these two faces as our middle brick, this one. And let's see if we can extrude this outwards. So I can usually go out, but inwards, yeah, probably like that. But I want to set this to even offset, so it comes out the same amount all over on all the sides. All right. So let me just see here. So we've got this middle brick. We have the smaller one on the side going in, and then we need to do something maybe with this one. So I'm going to select these faces, and then I'll probably do an inset first, so slight inset like so, and then I'll do individuals along normals, take that in so it's a bit smaller than the other bricks. Okay, so we have something happening here. Let's just do a quick save, and now we can maybe look at some of these bricks here on the side and see what we're going to do here. So let me just add another loop cut around this area. Okay. Sorry, I'm just adding loop cuts all over the show.
Master, we have a visitor.
Welcome to the new viewers. Hope you're having a awesome Sunday. Sorry, that was a bit loud. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good Sunday. And I hope you guys are following along. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what you're up to. I'm just having a relaxing little Sunday, doing some weird modeling. We're just building this little altar, concept art from Diablo. So yeah, for anyone watching on YouTube, click the link down in the description to come join us here on Twitch. So we have this thing. I want to loop cut these a bit, these little pillars here at the back. So I want to add maybe like 1, 2, 3 bricks. So let's just do little random bricks here. So we have 4 sections, and I'm going to do the same with this side. That's why I don't really want to mirror this, because it shouldn't be exactly the same, I think. So now we can select, let me just see. So we can select all these faces around, and then we can probably do, just see if we do an inset. No, inset's not going to work. So what I can do is I can probably select this loop and then bevel this loop to create kind of this, and then we can do a extrude along normals. So Alt E, extrude along normals, and then you can take it in or out. So I'm going to take it in, and so we kind of get that little gap between them. That gap's probably a little bit too big, so I'm going to do the same with this one. Bevel just slightly, and then Alt E along normals and push that in, so it goes in all around. So you can see there, that's looking cool. And we're going to do the same with this one. So Alt click to select that loop all around, and then we just do a Control B, bevel it out slightly, and then Alt E along normals and just push that in again. Okay, so I'm going to do the same on this side. So different sizes. So bottom one, Alt click, bevel, Alt E along normals, push it in. Alt to select everything there. Bevel, Alt E along normals, push it in. And same with this one. Let's bevel it out. Alt E along normals, push it in. So maybe, I don't know if I should try and fix this thing here. So maybe it's fine like that. Maybe it's okay. What I can do is maybe just scale this. No, I can't do that. Can move it. No, so I can take this top face and then I can grow selection. Control plus, no, one less. Control minus. So I have everything selected like that, and then I can do a GZ. Kind of just pull this down. So that will obviously change the height, but that's also fine. We don't have to be exact. And then what we can do is we can select these things around, and we can kind of start adjusting them a little. So we can maybe see if we can bevel them. Yeah, we can. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So I'm going to select the same with this and bevel these. I'm not sure if I should do this now or later, but I will do it now and then see if we have any problems later on. So I'm just kind of beveling these ones out. Oops. Bevel, and then if you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat. I'm always keen to help. Always keen to assist you peeps where I can. So I'm just going to select these ones as well. Bevel them slightly out. These ones going all around. So let me just explain that shortcut that I'm using to select everything around. So if you select a face, like let's say you select this face and then you shift click on the next one, to continue that pattern you can use shift control plus. And as you can see there, it's kind of just carrying on with the pattern. So if I select this one and I do shift control plus, it's kind of just continuing that pattern. And you can also do it by skipping one. So I can select this one, shift click this one, and then shift control plus. So you can see it then selects every second face, which is pretty cool. All right, so where are we at? So we are beveling these faces. So I'm selecting this one, shift click this one, and then shift control plus to select the other two at the back, and then we bevel. Same with this one, shift control plus, bevel. Just to add a bit of bevel now there for now. Okie dokie. So we have a lot of stuff to do here. So we have this little piece coming out here. We have that. We have this big rock here on the side. We have this weird funny rock here in front. We have this. Now we can probably do this little bowl that's kind of sitting there. So I will probably do this with a different object. I will probably use a sphere for that. So I'm going to select these two faces right here, and I'm going to place my 3D cursor right here. So Shift S, cursor to selected, so it's going to put your 3D cursor right there. And now we can go, I'm going to go into object mode, and I'm going to create a UV sphere and then just scale this down, and that's going to be the bowl for this thing. So I'm kind of just moving it up. Let's just move it out all the way. We can always push it down later. And then I'm going to go into object mode, look at this from the front, and enable X-ray mode. And then we're just going to select all these faces, maybe all of those faces right around, and then delete. So we are left with this little thing. So now we can move this down so it's kind of sitting on the altar. Wait, before we do that, I just want to take this little vertex in the middle, and I'm going to enable proportional editing using O. And now if I move this up and down and bring the proportional editing down, so you're using page up and page down to do that, to make the circle bigger and smaller. So now we can kind of press the bottom up, so it's not like a perfect round thing. Alright, so we have a little bowl, and we need to give it some thickness because it's just it's very, 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 very thin. So yeah, see, there's some new viewers on YouTube. Come join us.
Master. On
Twitch.
Master, we have a visitor.
There is a link in the description. Just click that, and yeah, come this side. Come this side. I won't be streaming on YouTube for much longer, or like all the streams I'm going to do. So if you are seeing it anywhere else, then come join us on Twitch. This is where it's going to happen. So I'm going to add a Solidify modifier to this thing to make it a bit thicker. So add a modifier, solidify, and then we're just going to kind of increase this so it's looking okay. And then I just want to make sure that our faces are pointing the right direction. Yeah, that's good. So just a little tip for anyone that doesn't know what's going on with this blue. If you want to see the direction of your normals or your faces, if they are pointing inwards or outwards, or if they are pointing in the right direction, click this little drop down here at the top, and then you just enable face orientation. And then if you see anything that's red, you will have to flip it. And to do that, you will have to select the faces that you wanna flip, and then you'll go to mesh, normals, and then flip. Or you can recalculate outside, but I usually find I just flip the ones that's red. So nothing red, so we can switch this off. And now we're just gonna try and position it into place. So I just want to see something here. What is going on here? Okay, that is fine. That is fine. That is fine. That is fine. Okay, so we are going to move this down and see how far we're going to move it. So obviously it shouldn't go inside that table. And I think we need to scale it up a bit because it's a bit small. And then maybe just move it up so it's kind of sitting on top of this thing. So maybe just a little more. Alright. Save. So we have our little bowl, the little altar offering bowl, or whatever you call that. And we have the sides. Okay, we need to do some work here at the back. So as you can see, this top section, these rocks or these stones right here, they should be bigger than these things underneath it. So first of all, I'm going to take these two and I want to extrude that inwards like so. I am going to undo that because I just thought of something else. Maybe I can take all of these, and if we extrude that out, let me just see, Alt E along normals, we can probably do that to kind of create that offset. Yeah. So I'm going to select these faces on this side as well. And I'm going to extrude them. So Alt E along normals, kind of push them out. And then I just want to set this to even, offset even. So it does the same on both sides. Alright, so we have some overlapping geometry here, but I think it's not the end of the world. So it's fine. So now I want to take these two faces and push them in. So I'm going to extrude them just normally. Just push them in like so. And then we are going to... Let me just switch off proportional editing because that's not going to help us at all. I just want to drink some water. Okay, so I want to create these little cuts in between. So I'm going to make a loop cut right here and a loop cut right here. So it goes through all the way, which is nice. That's what I want. So I am going to try and select these or this loop around about to that area. Like so. Maybe we should quickly just move this in as well. Same with this side. And I'm just going to extrude them and move them inwards. Okay, we'll probably not see the back, but anyways. So I'm going to select this edge. And let's see if we can bevel that. Let's see what's going to happen. So yeah, we can bevel that. And then we can Alt E and then extrude that inwards. So that's going to give us like that little look. I'm not sure if this bevel is working great here right around the corner, but I don't think we have to worry too much about it. What we can do is I'm just going to deselect. I'm only going to select these faces up to here and not that little triangle there, because I think that is going to cause some issues. So along normals, push that in, make sure even offset is ticked, and yeah, that's working a lot better. So I'm going to do the same for the other side. I could have done them together, but I'm going to do them separately. So I'm just going to zoom in here with using full stop, and I'm going to select this edge all around, bevel that out, and then I'm going to select this face and then all the way around to this face here, and then we're going to extrude along normals and then just enable even offset. I'm not sure how you can set this as like the default option, but yeah, maybe you can, not exactly sure. So let's try and do the next one on both sides together. So we are looking at this edge here. So I'm going to select this edge all around like so. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Whoops. So that edge, this edge on the front and also on the inside. and we're gonna bevel this. Control B, and we are just gonna kind of pull this out. All right, now we can select these faces, and the same on this side. Whoops, where am I going? So this one, this one, this one, and then we're gonna do Alt E along normals, push them in, make sure even offset's ticked, and I'm happy with that. And maybe we can do, yeah, I think one is fine on that side, on each of the sides. So next we can maybe try, and let me just see where we need those things. Maybe this thing here in the center, we can create a little indent coming down here. Maybe just those edges, and then I'm going to do a bevel this out, and then I'm just going to select these faces and just, no, not bevel again, these three faces, Alt E along normals, push them in and even offset. Okay, might be a little bit thick, so I am gonna take these edges and I'm gonna select the inside edges as well, and then these two and those two, and I'm just gonna squash them in. So I'm gonna scale them on the X and just kind of make them a little thinner. Right, so next what we want to do is, okay, we've got that. I can probably take these edges and these ones and kind of push them in slightly as well, so scaling them on the X like that. Okay, and we can, let me just see at the back. So yeah, maybe we can do a little inset or a little extrusion here, this area behind this little bowl. So I'm just going to select all of those faces and I'm going to do an inset like so, and then I'm going to extrude it inwards, so we kind of push that back, and then we have something like that. I think this altar is looking bigger than I thought. Like, it's kind of in the Y, it's quite yeah, quite big. So let's do a save, and now we need to kind of see what else we can do here. So maybe this brick right here, we can add some indentations on the side. So I'm going to do one here at the top, and I'm going to select, okay, so we have a bit of an issue going on here. So I'm just going to select this edge loop all around because I want to fix this little line going down here. An easy way to do this, just do a scale, and we're going to do a scale in the Z axis like that, and then just press 0, and that is going to make everything nice and level. So now we can select these edges around like so. See, now we need to probably inset the back as well. Should we do that quick? So we need to take that, yeah, inset slightly, and then just extrude this inwards just a bit. Okay, so we're gonna select this edge all around. So we've got all those selected, and we're going to do the same on this side. So from here to here to here, and I'm using control when I'm clicking, so if I skip one, it kind of selects it in between. So all right, so we're gonna do a bevel, control B, and kind of just eyeball this, see what we have. And now we just need to select or deselect these little triangles. Didn't want to do that, but anyways. So we're selecting everything except the little triangles in the corners, so we can extrude them correctly. So all the way around here, all the way around here, up to here. Okay, so let's see if this is going to work. So I am going to do a Alt-E along normals. Gonna pull this in, make sure even offset. And I just want to see what it's doing here on the inside. What is this doing? Why is this overlapping? Okay, so I can't go too far because you can see in this area it's going to overlap if I go too far. So maybe just like so. I think that should be good at the back. And I think it's fine. Okay, we're going to do the same with the bottom one. So this one is kind of behind this other thing. Let me just push this down. This is kind of freaking me out a bit. So I'm going to scale this and then GZ and kind of just push this down so we have a little bit of a gap here. Okie dokie. What are we going to do here? See, because we can't just take this, it's attached to that. So I'm going to do one more loop cut. Maybe yeah, and maybe yeah. Alright, we're going to do the same thing. So I'm going to select this loop cut all the way to there. And we're going to bevel this one. So bevel it out. And then we just need to deselect something here. There's nothing on that side that's going to cause any issues. Nothing on that side. And on this side, it's also fine. Cool. So we don't have any issues there. So I can now just Alt-E and do along normals and tick even offset. Okay, so that's what we currently have. Not amazing. I see we've got some viewers on YouTube.
Master, we have a visitor.
So anyone watching on YouTube, click the Twitch link in the description and come watch over here on Twitch. All right, so next what I want to do, well, let's have a look. Let's see, let me just save that. So we're going to add some textures as well later on, but right now we are kind of just building this thing out and see to kind of just get the shape right. Okay, we can probably take these faces on top of this table and kind of just scale this in slightly. Okay. That's cool. And then we can maybe add some lines on these rocks or on these stones. So I'm going to select this loop cut all around, all the way to here. And underneath, and I'm going to do the same on this side. So we're going to select these edges going all the way around to the bottom, and I'm going to bevel them out like so. And now we just want to deselect these little triangles like that, as we don't want to extrude them in. Same with this side, so just deselect those little triangles like so. Okay, now we can do a Alt E along normals, and we're going to pull this in, make it even offset, and maybe just kind of see how far you're going to pull that in. So yeah, for these bricks you'll have to kind of do that. Okay, we're gonna do the same process with this next edge. So I'm gonna select all of these edges around. Same on this side, like so. And that one here. And we're gonna bevel these. So Shift B, Control B. Cool, we have that, and now we just need to deselect our little triangles. So nothing on this side at the bottom. It's a bit janky, but that's fine. And on this side we have a little triangle that we can deselect. And over to this side, deselect. And okay, so something weird is going on here. We don't need these. Sorry, I'm just manually kinda deselecting these ones. Okay, so that's looking cool. We've got the ones going around. Ooh, what is that? That has been deselected. That's good. Same here. Yeah, it's been deselected. So now we can do a extrude, so Alt E along normals, pull that in and even offset. Okay, so we have our bricks. So next, let me just see what we have here. So we have those bricks at the top. And then maybe what we can do is a little inset on these big rocks here on the side. So I am going to select these edges up to here. And same on the other side. So this one and then all the way to this one. So we're going to start by beveling it to create our geometry that we're gonna kind of extrude. And now we just need to select or deselect these little triangles again. So right here at the bottom there's one, and same with this side, just deselect those because it's gonna cause some problems when you do a extrude. Okie dokie. So now we're just gonna go Alt E along normals and kind of just pull that in and make sure even offset is set. I think you guys and girls get the picture by now. Okay, so we have those little indents on those rocks. And then here at the back we have those. I just feel we need more kind of rocks, but we're gonna use the knife tool soon and add some like random details. I'm sure you could probably just go in with like sculpt mode and kind of sculpt this out. Maybe we can do that as well. I'm not great at sculpting. Maybe it's a good thing to try. We're obviously going to add a lot of geometry when we are going the sculpting way, which might be a bit of an issue. But yeah, we can do things like this. Let me just save this. And then if we take the knife tool, I never really use the knife tool, but let's see. Knife tool. So let's say we want to create this little, wait. On the table maybe. This little gash here on the table. So what you can do, I think, if we kind of just draw this in, so you can kind of just start anywhere and you can kind of just click around to create this shape that's gonna be kind of broken out of this thing. So let's see if we can do something like this. Ooh, what did I do here? Undo. Sorry, I'm gonna escape that. Let me just try that again. So maybe I'm just gonna try and draw this in like so. Maybe like that, and then you press enter, and then you can select this face. Whoops, let me just go back to my selection tool, and you can select these two faces, and I'm gonna try and extrude along normals, go inwards. So we have a bit of a problem here at the bottom, but that's okay. And I'm gonna make this even offset. And that's it. So now we can probably go in here and we can delete this, this face here at the bottom. Let me just delete that face and then delete, what's going on here? This face. That's that whole thing. Okay, so that's gonna open that up. Let me just see what we can do here. We can probably just fill that, yeah. As easy as that. So you can create little gaps in your model by using the knife tool. So let's do one on this side as well. So what is the shortcut for knife? K? Yeah, looks like it. So on this side, I'm just going to kind of create a little thin thing up to here. And then maybe just a little gash. Just a little thing like that. So then you press enter. And then you select these faces. And then Alt-E along normals. Kind of push them in. Make it even. And then you get some nice something like that. I think we need more. So I am going to create one here on the side, so kind of just like so, and then press enter. Knife tool's actually pretty cool for doing stuff like this. So now we can do Alt-E and along normals, push that in, even offset. I don't know if this is the best way of doing things like this, but it kind of works. Has anyone else used this knife tool like this? I'm sure this is kind of the way to kind of do it. So we need lots and lots more. So I need a big one on this side maybe, or on this little rock. So I'm going to do one from here, kind of take it down, and then maybe just kind of do something like that, and then press enter, and then I select all of that, and we're going to extrude this inwards. You just want to make sure that your geometry is not overlapping. Sometimes you don't want to, yeah, you obviously don't need to tick this even offset, but maybe sometimes it's better to do even offset. But yeah, maybe for this kind of work it's fine to not do that. So I'm going to create something on this side again. So now I'm kind of just going to break this part off here completely. So we can now go and let's just enter. We can now go and delete all of these faces. Is that going to be a good idea? Probably not. Let's do along faces. Let's just pull this inwards. And what are we getting? Maybe scale this down. yeah. You can obviously just kind of move some of these vertices around manually to create some interesting looking breaks in the rocks. And obviously we don't want any hard or sharp edges, so we'll add some bevels soon. But for now I am kind of just breaking some of these edges off. Like so. And then I'm just kind of selecting these things. You can... Okay, let's try something quickly.
Master. Master.
Let's welcome our new visitor to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Okie dokie. So what I'm going to try quickly, I'm just going to save this. I'm going to try and delete all these faces, and then you have something like that. Then you can probably go in and you can kind of select all of these edges all around and then just fill them, but that's just gonna, yeah, that's not really the best way to do this, I think. So I think the best way is still to take these faces and extrude them inwards. So we kind of breaking them off like that. Let me just look at this with X-ray turned on. Yeah, I think it's kind of working. So we can obviously take some of these vertices and kind of move them around. Maybe let's just push this vertex in. And maybe this one as well. I don't know if I'm breaking the geometry now, yeah, but it kind of looks alright. So maybe, I don't know. I'm probably creating some bad geometry there, so that's okay. And then here at the bottom, I want to add something in here. So kind of break out something along this edge right here. So I'm selecting these faces, and then let's see, probably do a normal extrude with some of these as well, just like that. But is that causing issues? It's leaving some very kind of harsh. Let me see if I inset this first. You can't inset that. So let me just extrude again. Long normals and kind of scale it. Maybe that's the way. So first extrude normals and then scale. Then you kind of get something like this, which is not bad. So here we need to do a lot of work because this is kind of just looking too perfect for me. So maybe just add that in there. Press enter and then take all these faces. So I'm going to first extrude it inwards and then scale it in. Yeah, that kind of works. And then on this side as well. So I'm just going to create something like this. Enter, and then we select all of these amazing faces, and we're gonna extrude them inwards and then scale them in. Yeah. Okay, so we need a lot more things happening here. So maybe on this corner we can draw something in. Maybe like that. And then extrude that in, scale it down. And maybe on this table we need some more stuff. So let's save. Okay, definitely at the top we need a lot of things. So I'm gonna create a little gap in this one. So kinda like so. Extrude that inwards, scale it in. And this side, sorry, this might be a little bit boring to some people, but I'm kind of just going along and doing the same thing over and over and see what we can create. What's that doing? So this one, maybe just push that in a bit. Okay, so we need a lot more. Sorry, so I'm just gonna kind of create things here and maybe make it a bit more random, because currently it just looks too perfect. So scale it in, scale that in. I'm probably breaking a lot of things here now, but that's fine. Okay, so here I want to create like kind of just random pieces of like indents or something. Maybe like that for the first one. So we select all of these faces like so, and then we can probably just extrude this in and scale it in a bit. Knife, and let's just create one more kind of crack running down here. And enter, and we select these faces and then just push that in, scale it in. Alrighty then, so more details here in the center. So knife tool, and let's just create some gaps here. Maybe let's do multiple. So this one we can do something like that, and here we can maybe draw in a little, just a little thin crack. Okay, so now we can take all of these, Alt E, extrude long normals, push them in, scale them in. So for scaling now, I'm going to set this to individual origins, and then you can kind of scale them individually. And then we definitely need something here on the side. So maybe like a kind of thin crack from the back, and then it kind of breaks open here at the front. And then we can kind of scale that in. So we're extruding inwards and scaling it in. Just creating more and more cracks in the system.
Master, we have a visitor.
We have a new visitor. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are following along, or that you are just chilling along and having a good time. So on this side, maybe also just like a kind of thin crack, kind of coming along the side here, and then maybe one going down. I kind of like the knife tool. Okay, and enter. Oops, what did I do there? So Alt E along normals, and then kind of just scale this in. Okay, we need a lot more things happening here. So maybe on this side, I'm going to create a kind of crack running through here. And then we select, whoops, undo. You can't undo that last. Let me just undo that whole thing. So here we go again. So we're going to go kind of down and bring this in again. Kind of just a bit of a crack, enter. And then we're going to extrude this along normals. scale it in. And that kind of works. That kind of works. How's everyone doing today? What you guys up to? Blah, la, 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 la. Let me just see. Okay, we are back. I think we had a little bit of a drop there. So maybe we could do the same with our little bowl that we have. So I just want to set the scale, object apply scale. Well, what happened here? Undo that. So I'm first going to apply this solidify, and then I'm going to apply the scale. Cool. So now we can go into edit mode on this thing and maybe start using the knife tool. We can wait, let me just solo this thing. So to solo something, you just select it and then shift H, and then we can do some knife tooling around here and see what we get. So knife, I'm gonna kind of break just something out here. So maybe if we take this. Oh crap, where did I start? Maybe all the way there. So now we can select all of this. Am I selecting the right things here? And this one. And all around, yeah. And then we can probably try and insert this like so. Just a little crack. And then we can probably break out something here as well completely. So I'm going to take this part and do this like so, all the way around to here. Enter. Alright, so now we can select all of these faces, maybe that and that, and this and this and this, and this, and this and this and this, and these and these. So now, let's see if this is going to work. I'm going to delete these faces. Bam. What's happening here? This is looking a bit crazy. So we can select these ones. Can I not bridge them? Oh, I can fill them, but that's a bit janky. So I'm going to undo that. And we're just going to do the same with this. Yeah, something like that. So maybe we should try and do a quick bevel and see what we can do with all the hard edges. So I'm going to add a modifier, Bevel Modifier. And amount. Let's try percentage. Okay, percentage might do the trick. So you can see it's kind of beveling everything, but we can probably set the angle. Let me just see. Yeah, so if it's on 90 or bigger than 90, it's not gonna do anything unless the angle is more than 90 degrees. So I'm just gonna decrease this just below 90, like 87, and you can see it added quite a bit of beveling for us. We do have some issues here with some of these areas. which is a bit of a problem. So another way that we can do this is probably mark this. We can probably mark it as, sure, because you can set the, something I learned yesterday. So let me just disable that. So you can go in here and you can select all the edges that you kind of want to bevel. Let's say you want to bevel, let me just see here. Sorry, I'm just gonna try and do this quickly. So let's say you want to bevel these edges and maybe this one, maybe those ones, and you're kind of just selecting the ones that you want to bevel. And if you open this in panel here on the side, you can go to edit, or is it now on item? Sorry, it's on item, and you can enable your mean bevel weight. So if you increase this to, let's say, 1, now if you add a bevel modifier to this thing and you set this to weight, you can see there that you are only affecting those edges that you set the weight. So I can now go in here and I can select some of these edges and then just increase, you see there, just the mean weight. So I don't have to worry about kind of doing everything. So maybe we can just kind of select some of these lines and then just increase them like so, and we can be very specific where we want to create a bevel, which is quite nice, I think. So we can definitely do those ones as well, maybe, and you can set the weight as well, which is quite nice per edge. So let's see if we can maybe do those ones as well, maybe, whoops, these ones here at the back as well. And I'm just going to kind of increase that. So you can get nice different types of bevels this way. So they're not all exactly the same. So let's take this one as well. Increase that bevel. I'm sure we're going to create some bad geometry somewhere, but that's okay. Who cares? So I'm just going to kind of select some of these edges and I'm kind of just pushing them out. And the same with this table. What just happened? Something happened. Oh, cool. Thanks for the follow. TH Ogan. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But yeah, thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate it. So let's bevel some more of these. So I'm sure we're going to break a lot of things, but it should be fine. It should be good. So I'm just going to select some of these edges. Increase that. Increase this one. And definitely these ones at the bottom. Increase them like so. And then these ones we can bevel. And then these ones we can bevel. So obviously you can then still go in and you can increase the segments on your modifier. And that won't affect anything. Yeah, that's just a nice way to control it. So we can first increase the bevel amount. So maybe 2 is maybe better for now. Alright, so I'm just selecting these edges and I'm just beveling around. So anywhere where I think I need to add a bit of a bevel, select them and then increase them. So I'm gonna do all of these ones there as well, maybe these ones at the back, like so. Yeah, that's kind of working. And yeah, just so many edges So I'm going to select these ones, increase them, and these ones here at the back as well, increase them. Should not forget about this side. Obviously we're not using mirror modifier, so that should be fine.
Master, Master, we have a visitor.
We have a new visitor. Welcome to the new visitor. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good day, good Sunday. Welcome. So I am just doing some nice beveling here today. Bevel, bevel, bevel. So maybe we can definitely do these two as well. And yeah, in front we can probably do those. And we can... So many edges. So I'm just going to do these ones as well. And this side. I'm sure there are a lot of easier ways to do this, but I want to kind of create a bit of a random look. So just increasing all of these that stand out. This one, and then obviously we need to do those and those and whoops, these two definitely, and this one. Phew, it's taking some time, eh? But yeah, it's kind of a new way of that I learned how to bevel things in Blender, because I know beveling can be a bit of an issue if you want to just select everything and just bevel everything the same. It can cause some problems. So this gives you a little bit more control than just doing it the other way or the normal way. So for everyone just trying to figure out what I'm doing, I added a Bevel Modifier, and then the limit method you set to weight, and then you go into your model and you select the edges that you want to bevel, and you can literally just select them like this. And then on this side menu that you bring up with the N key, under item you can set your bevel, your mean bevel weight, and you can see there it's creating a bevel then, because we have that set up here in the modifier. So I'm just going to select some of these and kind of just, you can see it's actually affecting the others as well, but you can probably set this to percentage maybe. But yeah, I'm just kind of playing around with the idea, how it works, etc. So here we can definitely bevel some of these lines going down, and we can then just increase that like so. Hey Siniska, yeah, no problem. Yeah, there will definitely be a VOD for the stream. So I'm just basically doing beveling all around. So same on this side, I'm going to select some of these edges, and then I'm just going to increase the mean bevel weight like so. And then we need to do the same here at the top. So all of these edges all the way to this side, increase that a bit, and these ones we can do just kind of everything that jumps out. I'm sure I can do this, and there's an easier way, but it works fine for today. And it's kind of nice to just create different weights for different sections. Okay, so all these top edges I need to kind of go through here and just bevel these out, because there are just too many odd edges. I don't want to do too many at the same time, because if something messes up you don't really see that. So I'm just selecting some of these things like this, and then kind of increasing. And there will be a bit of a geometry issue somewhere, but it's okay. Same with these ones. So you can see there's some weird things happening here, but it's fine. Luckily these are all kind of random looking anyways, so we don't really see any other geometry problems. Okay, so more beveling here on the side, so all these ones going down, and these ones on the side, and we can maybe, yeah, let's just do these ones for now. Let's just push them over. And same on this side, we can do these ones, increase them. This side has been done, this side has been done. All of these we can do, and luckily they turn like a blue color, so it's easy to see which ones you've done and which ones you haven't. It's actually really nice to do it this way. I like it. I'll select these ones as well, increase them, and then this whole thing here at the back we can bevel. These edges, whoops, those edges going around here, these ones, and that one there, this one here, increase. This can probably be used for like a kind of low poly-ish game. And we're still going to mess it up some more. Like some of these things I kind of just want to go in and push them down and pull them up and use proportional editing, but I'll do that in a bit. Just make sure that you save your project. Maybe this one we can bevel quite a bit, and maybe this one we can bevel. You just want to get it all nice and random. Like obviously some edges will be sharper than others, which is perfectly fine, I suppose. Let's see if we can create some nice looking cracks here. Just, oh, you see, like this one, like that I shouldn't do. So that's something weird. Some overlapping geometry somewhere. Okie dokie, so we are looking pretty cool so far. What do you guys and girls think? So maybe just that side one, this one, and maybe, let me just see what's happening here. Those two. Yeah, maybe not. View, no, item. Okay, that's perfect. So what are we doing here? Maybe those. Trying to bevel them out. Okay, and this one. Yeah. And what else do we need to make a little softer? Okay, let's have a look. So maybe this big crack here at the back. So maybe I'm gonna select all of these edges going around like so, just holding in control and going around, and then we're gonna bevel that out just a bit. Okie dokie. This thing needs to be broken a bit more. So I'm gonna just go into X-ray mode and kind of just delete some of these faces out. And let's see what we have. So I'm gonna solo this, Shift H. And then we just need to kind of fix this up a bit. So I can just do those two, we can bridge. Whoopsie. Bridge that. So I'm just using F to bridge these things. And this. Okay, wait. Let me just maybe bridge those two And then we can select this whole section and this whole section and bridge those, bridge those, bridge those, bridge those, something like that. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna make some coffee and just take a little bathroom break, and I will be back in a second. Yeah, I see we have a new visitor as well.
Master, Master, we have a visitor.
Alright, I'll be back in about 3-4 minutes, and I'll see you lovely people in a bit. Okie dokie, I am back. Yeah, and we still have some viewers. Can you believe? Thanks for not going anywhere. Thanks for staying. So I have some nice coffee. There is my cup. Is this the one with a little... No, this one doesn't have a picture. I've got other ones with little smiley faces and things on. So yeah, I really enjoy a nice, strong coffee. Yeah, that's good. So this is some beans that I grinded. I think it's Brazilian beans. So yeah, anyone else, any coffee fans in the chat? Yeah, that's nice. Need to wake up. Well, it's like, what's the time? 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Cigarette and coffee. All right. Hey, Siniska. I see your hi. Hope you're doing well. So, for anyone who's watching on YouTube, click on the link down below. Come join us on Twitch. Much better, yeah. Yeah, the funny thing is, to anyone watching, I have this YouTube channel called Tunnel Vision TV, and I've had it for many years. I think I started creating my first video, I think it was in 2008 or 2009, so it's like 10, 11, 12, 13 years ago. And I slowly kind of built up a nice little subscriber base on YouTube, about 40,000, 40,000. But yeah, now I'm kind of streaming on Twitch, and those viewers don't really get to see what I'm doing. And I just really prefer Twitch when doing live streams, because I think the viewers on Twitch are more kind of I don't know how to explain this, but I'm gonna try. So I just think people on Twitch are here to watch or to listen to, or have a stream open and kind of listen to it and watch it. Where on YouTube, the average viewer is not there for live streams. They are there to watch a quick tutorial or watch a quick video, and then kind of go on to the next video and go on to the next video and watch like 1,000 videos or 100 videos during the day. Where on Twitch, I think it feels a bit different, where people are here to kind of sit and watch or listen to a stream while they are doing something else. And that's why I think Twitch is a better platform for me personally when doing kind of these Blender things. I might be wrong. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. But yeah, I just think it's a better platform. I know a lot of people are currently moving over to YouTube from Twitch again, and it's all good. I'm sure it can work for a lot of people, but I just think the YouTube viewer is so much different than the Twitch viewer, like the average YouTube viewer versus the average Twitch viewer. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I feel that people on Twitch, or the viewers on Twitch, they think a little bit different when it comes to content and the way they kind of watch it and the way they interact with live streams. Anyway, let's jump back into Blender and let's see what we have here. So I'm just gonna unhide everything and save. So this is our little altar that we have.
Master, we have a visitor.
Welcome to our new visitor. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good Sunday. We're just having a nice chill session here and building some low poly-ish altar thingy majiggy in Blender. So yeah, let's go back. So yeah, this is just something I got off the Blizzard website, and this is kind of what we have. I know it's not exactly the same, but it's kind of looking like something. And I'm sure there's still a few sharp edges that we can work out. But next, what I want to do is I want to go in, grab some vertices and use the proportional editing just to kind of make it all janky, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to save. So what we can do is we can go into edit mode and then vertex mode, and then kind of just select one of these vertices, and then we're going to enable proportional editing right here at the top, that little thingy there, or you can press O on the keyboard to just enable and disable it again. So now you can drag this around, and as you can see, it's kind of affecting the vertices around it, and you can use page up and page down on your keyboard to make this circle. the circle of affecting something. So you can make it bigger and smaller. So you can see now it's kind of affecting some other vertices as well. We do have some issues here, I know, but let's not worry too much. You can do it with the face as well. So I can take this one face and then GZ, kind of move it up. And as you can see, it's kind of bending. You can do it with rotate and with scale and everything. So it's quite nice. So I'm going to kind of scale and move some of these things around and maybe just even kind of rotate them to make it more janky. And that's just a really easy way to do this. You could also use a lattice, but for this I'm not going to use a lattice. So I'm going to take this point, kind of push it down, make the circle smaller, kind of just push this one. So it's kind of hanging a bit off there. You can do the same with edges. So this edge I'm kind of just going to push down, maybe like so. And yeah, let's just make this all nice and janky. So I'm going to move this one in that way. I'm going to take this one, move it down, so we get a bit of a slope on that side. And maybe the same with this corner, because this one, it just looks a little bit too perfect. So I'm going to move these down, so we have something like that. This one we can definitely move down. And some of these faces. So you can take like a random face and then just kind of push it in or pull it out and see what happens. Maybe this one I want to kind of push down, not too much, but maybe have that hanging over there. Maybe just pull this to the one side so it doesn't look as perfect. So here we can again, let's see, maybe that one I'm gonna move forward. Yeah. So you just want to create the illusion that it's not all nice and perfect. So this one we can maybe scale inwards like so, and I can maybe push one of these faces down a bit so we get something like that. And then this face I want to scale in. On this side I want to maybe scale out a bit. That's already looking much better. Alright, here at the top we need to do quite a bit, so I'm gonna start scaling and moving some of these things around, kind of just push them around and make them not as perfect. Let me just have a sip of nice strong coffee. Cheers everybody. I sometimes think I talk too much on stream, but I think that's kind of the thing you have to do. So I'm gonna push this down, and this side I'm gonna maybe let me just scale this again, but make this bigger, page up, and then kind of do that. And then I want to kind of move it around a bit. Maybe move some of these around as well. And maybe let's just push this one down and make this thing smaller. GZ, push it down. And that's already looking a lot better. Maybe this point, GZ, bring it up. Don't want to mess up our geometry too much. Okay, so now we can go in here and we can maybe select some of these. Push this back. And on this side, we can select these as well. Maybe push this down, kind of stretch it out a bit. And then we can maybe, let me just see, with this thing, we can select some of these points and kind of pull this around and maybe just drop it down a bit. Maybe this face, move it down so it's kind of more janky. Yeah. Okay, what else do we need to break? So maybe this point, move it down. Maybe this edge, scale it in and move it down. So it's not all perfect. Same with this one in front. Just kind of push this down and make this circle a little smaller. Same with this one. Just kind of break that up a bit. And maybe, oh yeah, these corners. Oh, you know what? I think I just broke the bevel for certain parts. It kept it in certain areas, but it broke it in others. So let me just see. I'm just going to enable bevel weight on this one. See, now this is not working anymore. I don't know why. I'm going to change this to percentage. Okay, cool. So this is still working on percentage. Yeah, so I'm going to change it to percentage instead of width, or what was it on offset? Yeah. So percentage. And
Master, we have a visitor.
We have a new visitor. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. We're building a little altar from Diablo. Well, I think it's more concept art that I found on the Blizzard site, so I'm not sure if it's really something that's in Diablo, but obviously mine's looking a lot different. So what I'm busy with now is I'm just trying to get these bevels kind of as good as possible. So that's alright. I think that's alright. And let me just see if there's any like lines. If they jump out, if they're too sharp, I'll just go in and increase this mean bevel weight. And that's going to sort out those bevels for us. And then I just want to go in and I still want to kind of push things around using proportional editing just to kind of make everything not as perfect. So I'm just pushing this in, maybe rotating some of these things around. Yeah, I need to rotate a little bit more. So maybe kind of just rotate some of these flat faces so they're not perfectly flat. It's actually quite nice to create models that's not perfect, because you don't really have to worry about things too much. You can kind of just do whatever you want to. Maybe these ones. Okay, yeah, at the top maybe we can rotate some of these around a bit. Maybe this one we can rotate like so. And maybe the front of this we can maybe rotate that around a bit. You don't want to break them, so just try and be a little careful. But you want to try and make it a bit janky as much as you can. Scale down. Okay, this is starting to look nice and messy now. Ooh, this is looking very messy. What's happening here? Let's see if we can fix this issue. So, what's going on here? Okay, so there's an overlapping face somewhere, but I think that's kind of fixed for now. Let me just see what's happening on this side. Cool. Thanks for everyone watching today. If anyone's looking for a free Udemy coupon to my Blender course, let me know in the chat and I will share a coupon with you. I think I have a few left, about 10, but you have to kind of use it, or you have to, what is the word when you're using a coupon? You have to collect it. You have to get the course today. I think tomorrow the coupons will expire, or that specific coupon will expire. Yeah, I can't talk today. I can never talk. I'm not English, by the way, obviously, so sometimes if I say something weird, just know that I'm not English, or it's not my first language. Alright, what is happening here. Maybe we can start adding like some stone textures to this. Obviously we need to unwrap this, but I'm gonna do a very quick unwrap, and maybe we can add a stone texture and see how it looks like. Just like a basic stone texture. I'm not gonna add like too much like texturing and stuff. I just want to kind of get a base material going. So to unwrap this monster, I'm literally going to apply the scale. Okay, and I'm going to go into UV editing. Let's see what we have. I usually enable this little sync button here at the top, so always kind of keep this open. And I'm going to select all the faces, and I'm going to right click, unwrap, smart UV project, and I'm just going to increase the island margin slightly, like 0.01. Yeah, I think that should be good. Just to put a little bit of a space between your UV islands. So this is what we get. It's looking pretty cool. A lot of different parts. So because we're just going to use a normal little very basic material, I don't think it's gonna bother too much. Or so yeah, so I'm gonna add a new material, call this stone, and let me quickly see if I have a nice stone material. So maybe we should look on Quixel quickly. So I'm gonna share my browser. I think that's working. Yeah. So this is Quixel. So with Quixel you can sign in using your what is this? Your Epic Games. Yeah. So if you're using Unreal, oh, is that password wrong? You've registered with Epic, sign in with Epic Games instead. Yeah, so I want to sign in with Epic Games instead. I don't know why this is not taking my password now. Let me just... Oh, I think you need to click here, sign in with Epic Games. Yeah, sorry. My bad.
Master, we have a visitor.
We have a new visitor in the house. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. We are downloading some textures, and this is Quixel. So you log in with your Epic account, and let's see if we can find some nice stone textures. So I'm going to go to products and then Megascans, browse Megascans. And let's see what we can find. So if we go to, it will probably be under surfaces, right? And then like stone. Whoops, what am I doing? Concrete. Why is this all now selected like this? Let me just refresh the page and have some more coffee. Okay, so we're looking for stone. Stone. Is rock, stone. Okay, so we have some stone. Okay, these are cool. So maybe just like a... I'm not looking for something with too much like textures, because the UV Unwrap we did was really rough. So I'm looking for something that will work with something with many seams, or won't have any massive seam problems. So this stone wall is looking pretty good. I think we might have some issues with our, what do you call it, seams. So there's some really nice textures here, and it's all free. Like if you use your Epic account, you can download this all for free. So some really cool stuff here. So let's have a look. What if we go with... These are all way too shiny. Almost something like this. This is pretty nice because it's got like almost like little bricks, but it's also it's not perfect, so just little small kind of different size bricks. And obviously this comes with all the different parts that you need, like your normal map and your roughness map and all of those good things. So I'm going to change this to 4K. I don't think we need 8K. And then you can click on this little gear. And here you can say exactly what you need. So these are all the textures that you can download for this one texture. So it's crazy. So I think for this we just need the albedo, which is basically your base color. And then maybe we will need... Yeah, we don't need fuzz, translucency, opacity, brush, transmission we don't need. Roughness we can keep, metalness we can keep. I'll probably not use all of them, but that's fine. And then you can also... Yeah, so we're just worrying about the texture settings. Oh, what happened now? Okay, so here we go. We're going to click on download. I'm just going to copy this name and then I just want to save it quickly in the correct folder. Stone. Okay, so this is called Mossy Stone Walkway. And let's save it in there. See what happens. So this is about 50 megs, say about 60 megs. So it's not too bad. Okay, why is this thing downloading again? Okay, we are downloading the texture. So just give me a second. And we have it downloaded. So I'm just kind of uncompressing it quickly. And we have all the little different parts that we need. So let me just jump back into Blender and then we can look at these materials. So we're back in Blender and we're gonna just save our little project quickly. And now I'm gonna go into the material settings for this whole thing, shading. And let's see what happens if we just add the normal base color image texture. So let's just add an image texture node and I'm going to click on open and I'm going to quickly browse to that thing I just downloaded. Where is this thing now? I need to make shortcuts for all the folders that I need. Okay, materials, Quixel, we're looking for stone, we're looking for the mossy texture. So I'm just going to connect that in. Okay, so that's what we have. Not bad at all. It's kind of looking okay. Next I want to duplicate this and I want to bring in the roughness map. Did I not download the roughness map? Wait, what is that? Yeah, we do have roughness. We do have roughness. So the roughness, you're not going to use the color. So we just set this to non-color. And then we can probably just connect this to roughness. And that should hopefully work. Okay, that's fine. So this thing, maybe I should add the same texture to this thing. So I just want to quickly go and look at the UV unwrap for this little thing. So maybe we can just redo that quickly. So maybe just a smart UV unwrap. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We're not doing anything crazy. So a simple unwrap should work. So I'm just going to apply the same stone material to that. And then I want to bring in an HDRI. So I'm going to go to render view and I'm going to go to this thing here and click on environment texture, and we're going to open up an HDRI. So for this, I'm just going to use something nice, maybe like an outdoor kind of scene, maybe like a warehouse scene. Yeah, so let's do the warehouse scene.
Master, we have a visitor.
We have a new visitor. Welcome to the chat and welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good time. So let's just add a plane underneath this thing. Oops, let me just reset my cursor to world origin, and then we create our plane, which is our floor. Okie dokie, we have that, and we can enable ambient occlusion and bloom and screen space reflections. And then I just want to add a light because this is looking a little bit weird without any shadows. So I'm going to create a sun. Let's just move it up, and let's just kind of move this over, maybe something like that. And then we can drop the HDRI down a bit so we get some better looking shadows maybe. Yeah, that's fine. And then to hide your HDRI in the background, you go to your render settings and then you just go to film and just click transparent. And that's still gonna be using the HDRI for lighting, but you're not gonna see it. So I hope everyone is doing good today. The chat's a bit quiet today, but we actually have a little bit more viewers than usually, which is a good thing. So I assume everyone's having a nice and relaxing Sunday. And yeah, let me know what you guys are doing. You working on something? You working in Blender? What are you doing? So I'm going to increase the viewport to 64 samples. I just want to see our shadows. Maybe so this is the sun angle. And this is our sun color. So maybe let's just leave it white for now. Okay, so maybe if I take the sun from this side, it looks better. Maybe more to the side. Yeah, something like that. Okay, what do you guys think? Do you think it's kind of working? It's not super low poly, but it's also not high poly. We have, let's see, we have a total of 3,100 faces, which is probably not too bad. Yeah, maybe let's just add a texture to this floor as well. So what are we gonna add? Image texture. Let's see what other textures I have under this Quixel thing. Maybe like a stone floor. Nah, that's not nice. I'm just looking at some of these, maybe cobblestones. Yeah, that's probably more. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. So that's the material I added for the floor, and we obviously just need to size this up because it's way too big. So if we go into the base color. Okay, so I'm going to go back into shading because we need some things here for this floor. I need to add texture coordinates and then also the mapping node. So we take our UVs and then that goes in there. And now we can scale this. So now we can take the scale and we can kind of squash it down to create more tiles. So maybe 5, and then we have these nice little floor tiles. Maybe we can scale this up a bit more. Maybe move it back. And maybe we can just drop our HDRI down to 0.1. And maybe our sun, we can probably drop down a bit as well. So strength 0.5. Oh, we're in the wrong thing. So maybe let's take the HDRI up to 0.2. And then our sun we can kind of play with and make it a little better. And then I just want to set the reflection or the glossiness, the roughness of this floor to 1. And then maybe bring down the specular, because I don't think that should reflect too much. And the same with this thing. So I'm going to set this to specular, bring it down. And yeah. Let's do a quick render. So I'm going to add a camera, and then I'm just going to kind of put my view here. What is this? What is that? Oh, it was a camera. So now I can go to view, align view, align active camera to view. Bam. And it's going to just bring my camera right into place. And now with my camera selected, I can press N. And then I can go to view and just lock the camera to view, and I can kind of position this exactly where I want it to be. Maybe like that. And then I'm just going to rotate this floor. Maybe scale it up a bit. And kind of just move it around a bit so it's not kind of aligned with the floor too much. Maybe let me just unlock this camera. Maybe we can add a bit of a wall in the background as well. So let's just create a cube, move it to the back, and I'm gonna rotate it and just kind of squash it in like so, and then scale it in the X. Okay, let me just change this to, whoops, undo that. I'm going to change this to local, and then I'm going to scale in the Y, and then scale in the X, scale in the Z, move it up, so we can have this snap to the floor. So I'm going to put the snapping on face, GZ, and then just kind of hold in control when you're doing that, and then point to the floor, and that's going to snap to that plane. So now we just need to see if this is kind of in the view. That's good. We can probably just move this over to the side like that. And now we can add a texture to this back wall. So I'm just going to apply the scale, and then we can go into the material, and I'm just going to call this wall. And we are going to add an image texture. Okay, let's see what wall textures I have. I've got like a dungeon wall somewhere. Ooh, this is quite nice. This is like also like moss type of vibes. So that's what we have. So we obviously need to scale this down quite a lot. So first of all, I just want to bring down the specular and bring up the roughness. And then we're going to do the same thing with this. So I'm going to go into shading. And then for this wall, I am going to... I know there's a thing you can add to make this process a bit quicker, but I haven't really added that add-on. Node Wrangler, I think it's called. Okay. So we can go... sorry, we can connect the UV to the mapping, and then the mapping to the image texture, and then we can just scale the X and the Y, maybe 5. Yeah, so we have a bit of a wall right here at the back. Okie dokie. I must say It blends in a bit with the floor, which is maybe not a bad thing, but maybe we can do some color grading on this. Let's see. If I add a curves, RGB curves, just after this thing, and I'm maybe gonna add some blue. Let's just see. It shouldn't look purple. Maybe like a little yellow. Okay, maybe let's do something else. So I'm gonna add in. Let's see what we have under color. We can maybe play with the saturation a bit. So if we bring down the saturation, we make it kind of more gray, and then we can maybe bring in a brightness and contrast and take the brightness down, not too much. Yeah, it's still blending into the background quite a bit, but I think it feels a bit better. Let me just do a... Oh crap, what did I do? Undo. I don't want to render the animation, render image. Okie dokie, so that's what we have. If anyone's watching on YouTube, click the link in the description to come over to the dark side, which is the Twitch dark side. So yeah, maybe what we can do is we can add some depth of field to our camera. So let's say we want to add some depth of field. Let me show you guys quickly how to do that. Very, very easy in Blender. So we're going to select our camera, and we're going to go to our camera settings and then enable depth of field. And then first of all, you can either select a object to focus on. So I can click this dropper and I can say I want to focus on this little thing here in the middle, and that's going to focus then on that. But I find it better to, if you go to your viewport display and you enable this limits, and you can see this little crosshair right here, and now I can remove this object, this focus object, and I can manually move this focus distance to exactly where I want it to be. So let's say we want it on this point right at the beginning of this object, or maybe a little bit more in the middle, kind of there. So let's have a look through our camera, and now we can decrease the f-stop. So the smaller your f-stop, the more blurry will the background be. So if I take this f-stop down all the way, you can see everything's kind of out of focus. Just the middle of this thing is in focus. So maybe let's put it up to like 0.5, 0.4. Then you can kind of see it's nice and blurry in the background, and we have some focus on our object. If you do it too much, like what I've done here now, it almost feels like a miniature. It feels like a very small object. So let's render that quickly. Yeah, so I think that feels a little bit better. It stands a little bit away from the background, I think. What we can maybe do is maybe drop our HDRI to like 0.05, and then we can increase the sunlight or the sun strength. Then we don't get that very bright kind of background. I think that might work better. Okie dokie. That's definitely looking a bit better. So let's do another quick render. It will probably not look very different. Yeah, so that's our new render. I think this can definitely work for some low poly-ish game. But we'll obviously have to, if you want to use it for a game, you have to go in there and just clean up some of the...
Master, we have a visitor.
We have a new visitor. Welcome to the chat. We are just creating some weird looking altar. So, yeah. So now once you're happy with your depth of field, I can go back into the camera and just disable this limits so we don't see that in the viewport. It's a little bit distracting sometimes, but I think this is looking kinda okay-ish for a little 2-hour modeling sesh. Yeah, what do you guys think? Is this alright? Very basic stuff. And what I'm gonna do, this will obviously go into my little collection of 3D models, which I make available for anyone to download for free. So if you want to download them, come to the Discord server. You'll find some links there. Or if you go to my Twitch channel and you go to the About section, I think they call it panels, and you can go and download it there. Placid1013. I hope you're not going to stop here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. This is obviously, there's still a lot of things you can do. A lot of different things. This is very rough, very quick, very low poly, very rough. So what do you think we can do next? Let me know and we can carry on. I don't have any plans really. I'm kind of chilled. Wow, this light is looking very red. Hey, let me see if I can make this a little bit less red. Maybe like that. No, it probably looks a little bit purple. Work on details and textures. Yeah, this is like very rough. I basically, let me show you the UV editing. It's literally just a smart UV unwrap, and I just added one big texture. So obviously you can go in here and you can add a lot more like details, like texture wise, but I don't know if I feel like doing that now. I'm not lazy. I think I was just kind of planning on just creating the model today, and maybe we can always go in and work on the textures and stuff on a different stream, or you guys can download this and you can maybe see what you guys can do, and you guys can share some of your renders in the Discord server. I always enjoy it when people download my models and they kind of modify it a bit and create new renders and see what they can do. So what do you guys think? I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to go any further today with this. I usually do like 2.5 hour streams. I don't usually do like very long streams. I still want to. Maybe one day I'll do like a 24-hour stream as well. Hey, Geo8, looking good, man. Thanks a lot. Yeah, very basic, eh? If you want to look at there's the wireframe. Very basic. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. So, yeah, to be honest, I don't think I'm gonna spend too much time today on like texturing and adding more details. What I will do, I'll make this obviously available so you guys can download this and play with it. And if you guys feel like it, maybe create some nice textures for it and maybe create some nice details and share it on the Discord server. So let me just quickly Did you use the knife tool for the cracks and stuff? Yeah, I just went in and I just used the knife tool and kind of just cut that out and then extruded them in, scaled them in. So it was literally just knife tool and yeah, just knife tool. And then I added like bevels to some of the things. But as you can see, the texturing is, is horrible. But I just slapped on one texture to everything. So nothing amazing, just a bit of fun. So I am quickly going to share the Discord invite so you guys can join. Twitch, let me just go in here quickly and grab this shortcut. Channel. Where is the Discord thing? Oh, here we go. Copy link. And let me just put Discord. I still need to figure out all the things that you need to. Hey, Yarzivai. Sorry, I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. No problem, man. I'm streaming at different times at the moment. So sometimes I'm streaming in the morning, sometimes I'm streaming in the evening. I'm still kind of trying different time zones to see where I get kind of the best results. So yeah, I'm just kind of trying different things. So yeah, that's the invite to the Discord in the chat. Does anyone want a coupon to my Udemy Blender course? I've got a 6-hour introduction to Blender, and I can share a coupon. I've got 10 coupons left for today, and I think they expire tomorrow. But if you use it today, you'll have access to the course like forever. Oh no, I messed up my stream name. I just made the account Parzival. Oh, Parzival. Okay, awesome, nice. Where are you from, by the way? So I'm in South Africa, so I kind of try and find the best time zone for everyone else, because I think most of my viewers are probably either from America. I know my YouTube channel is more American viewers, and then India as well. Quite a bit of people from India, and yeah, and then just people from all over. Oh, you're from the UK. Joyd. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. Joyd. Cool, man. And oh, you're from Canada. Parzival. Nice. It's nice to have people from freaking all over the world just chilling out and watching what you do and having a nice little chat. So I assume you guys are all using Blender artists. Are you guys all doing like modeling, or do you kind of specialize in different 3D avenues? Like, I'm not great at modeling. That's what I'm trying to get better at. To get better at modeling. What I kind of, or my main thing that I do is compositing in After Effects. I do a lot of After Effects stuff, and then I also do a lot of tracking, like match moving, so camera tracking and object tracking. Okay, so you like modeling and texturing, and possible Maya, Blender, mostly Maya. Awesome. Yeah, I used to use Maya a lot, and then I moved over to Blender because I did a lot of like PF tracking and then taking that into Maya and compositing in After Effects. And now I just do like almost all the work in Blender, and then I just composite in After Effects, so I can do my camera tracking, my object tracking all in Blender, which is amazing. It's actually a lot faster and easier than PF track. So, but I still want to do some videos or some streams on tracking in Blender. Not sure if you guys will be interested in that. Doing some camera tracking, some object tracking. Like, I do that mostly for my day job. I do a lot of tracking. Like a lot of object tracking and not so much camera tracking, but usually object tracking for specific TV commercials, and then replacing labels and things on different shots. So that's basically what I do from Monday to Friday. Do a lot of Blender tracking. Cool, we have a new visitor.
Master, we have a visitor.
So yeah, we're just having a chill little chat session now because I'm not sure. I don't think I'm gonna go further with this this little altar. So yeah, that's basically what we have for today. So I think I'm gonna go. We have 7 viewers. That's probably the highest number of viewers I had in a while. So this is only my 6th stream on Twitch. Still getting into the whole thing of live streaming. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Enjoy it. And but yeah, if you guys want to watch my new streams, you can follow me if you want to. And then you'll obviously get notified. But I try and stream at different times to kind of, I don't know, because sometimes obviously people are watching from different time zones, and yeah, I'm just trying to figure out which time zones are the best. I will probably stream maybe late tonight again, or tomorrow morning, or maybe tomorrow night. No, tomorrow is Monday. I can't stream tomorrow morning. I'll probably stream tomorrow night or tonight. One of the two. I'll see how I feel. But yeah, guys and girls, I'm gonna go. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. That was a good one. And come join the Discord, and we can have a chat there, and you can find all the models that I do here on the live stream. I make them available on what's it called, Gumroad, and you'll find all those links in the Discord server. Also on my Twitch, you can find it there. You can follow me on Twitter as well if you're interested in just random Twitter stuffs. And what else is there? Maybe we can we raid someone? We only have 7 viewers, but maybe we can raid someone. I don't know. Maybe what 3D modeling stuff do we have? Yeah, let's see. I've never done a raid before, so I'm gonna quickly just jump into Twitch here and see if there are any streamers that are kind of doing the same thing we are doing. So let's see. So I'm gonna go to art, and let's look for anything that looks like Blender. So maybe I should just share my screen quickly. Safari. So let's have a look. Let's do a quick little raid. I'm not even sure how to do it, but I'm sure we'll figure out. So let's look for Blender. Blender. What's this? This is some Blender. Blendering, yeah. So I think let's try this one. Okay, so I should probably copy the name of this channel. I have no idea what I'm doing, but let's try this. So I'm going to go to raid channel and pick a live channel to raid. Let me just paste in the name there. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to start the raid in... I'm not sure if this is going to disconnect me from the thing, but if it does, thanks a lot for watching, guys. And we're going to raid this girl quickly. And she's busy doing some nice little Blender stuff. Okay, here we go. And goodbye. 6 viewers. Okie dokie.
Hi. hi everyone. Oh, thank you. How's your stream? What are you guys up to? Spaceships. Hi Sigma. Spaceships.
Cool. Right, everybody, I'm off. Have a nice day, and yeah, enjoy the raid.
Hi guys, how are you?
And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers, goodbye, and thanks for watching.